Hello and good morning, everybody. Diabetes the Second here with some Dragon Warrior Randomizer. Fat Boy, welcome. Yes, it is in fact downright morning. Barely. It's almost noon here on the East Coast, so certainly not super duper early by any means, but earlier than we would normally do a racing stream. But it's the weekend, so why not? The race room was open, and we said, let's go. Who can resist an open race room? Now, I am the last one to ready up. We're going to go ahead and do that here in just a second, as soon as I take another sip of my coffee. Oh, I did not mix the cream in at all. It's okay. Thanks for the good luck, guys. Code and Data and DK. Welcome in as well. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday morning. Good solid weekend so far. Heading into Alfgard in 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. Why? Why? I hate this. There we go. Dragon Warrior 3 Male Merchant IIRC. Good stuff. Give the field a 10-second head start, no worries. Gold Torch. 6-12-23-0, no spells. Oops. 533, not a great gold count. If we happen to find a town that has a hand axe in it, we won't be able to afford it. With only, a lot of swamp. There's a path through the grass to the south. 6 strength is not exactly a great start. We do have a torch to throw. And we have a cave that we can maybe get to. Well, it is indeed a cave. It's not a helpful one at the present moment. Oops. Demon Knight with Dragonlord Breath. Oh, it's the southern edge of the map. Well, let's see how far we can go. Oh, well, a town. A pair of towns, including Breckenary. Okay. Okay, rim with key access. I think we're probably just gonna buy keys. Odds of there being a gold chest in one of the 4 chests in the castle is decently high. Can always reset if we need to. We could also, I guess, technically afford a copper sword, so I could have bought that outright right away. A little slower to do it this way, but that's fine. Full key, so we can check the old Mulder in chest. Is it the 2-for-1 special? It's not. Fairy water. It's actually our best offensive option, even better than the copper sword that we now wield. Scorpion kill for level 2. Nice. 10-8-0-0. And the blue dragon facilitates a quick check of the Teanthagil treasury and basement. Alright, Stones of Sunlight, quest item number 1, cash money, gold grind available. Double gold, triple gold, okay. Well... that opens up some possibilities for not even doing an actual gold grind here at the start. Like a chest glitch gold grind. I still think it's the right thing to do a gold grind, but do it the old-fashioned way. Depending on what's here, of course. Tablet. I don't think there's a reason to wait to get some cash. Getting a broadsword, probably at least half or full plate, depending on how aggressive I want to be. And large shield. Pretty straightforward. Thou hast found the herb. Big danger in these early attack power seeds is often the fact that your sustainability is non-existent. But picking up some good defensive equipment would make a whole lot of sense for us. And getting like 1,800 plus gold per trip here means it's only going to take like 2 trips to pick up everything that we need, so I think the full plate's the way to go. 8 extra defense versus the half plate certainly will serve us well. Big roll. 5,300. That is just enough. Plus we'll get a little bit of refund from the copper sword. So the only thing that we will have seen that we can't afford is the silver shield. We know a gold grind's available, so that's not a problem. Get lots of setup here. We're gonna be 8 minutes and have basically nothing. And that's why we saved. We weren't sure if that scorpion was a Zone 1 monster or it was something else, and apparently it is a something else. We'll take the red slime for level 3 though in the meantime, why not? More power, 3, 5, 16 heal radiance. I wish. Alright, heal's pretty nice to have off the top. Definitely will allow us to stay out and grind enemies and XP a little bit longer. Still should have 4 keys, so I'm not going to bother with that right now. Are going to try to do a little bit of grinding. We saw Dracula and a wolf in the desert north of the castle. That might be our destination. $1028, pretty empty level 4. Okay. So Tanthagel must be literally right on the western edge of its zone. Probably the northwest corner of its zone based on that. 1 tile west and a few steps north got us a knight. That's not a 0, 1, or 2 enemy. Rolls with Hurtmore is kind of annoying. Nice crit. Hurtmore is guaranteed to be a one-shot against us, so there's not really any sense in fighting that. Plus, Strolls are generally not very good. 18,611. Wow. They're strong. Get all the more reason to have that good defensive equipment. 31 max HP and 65 attack power with the broadsword. And there's the danger. There's the danger. Of course, 13's probably the minimum with that much attack power, so we're likely to one-shot it. It's just that we didn't get the rolls. Does make me wonder, though, did the wolf that I saw up here, was that actually part of a zone further to the north? North of Zone 2, effectively. Same with the Warlock here, because we didn't see this down to the south, but it could just be, you know, small sample. If we start seeing the Droll and Scorpion appear, it's likely still the same zone. I didn't count the tiles out. You know, I've not played really Dragon Warrior 3 enough to know. Fat Boy, that's an interesting point. It kind of makes sense. Oh, wolves have sleep. Yuck. And hurt. And hurt. Wow. We didn't kill it? Wow. That's... okay. We did, what, 16, 15? So, I mean, I guess, yeah, I think they can have up to 33 HP, but still. Again, that's another result of the low rolls. On average, we do like 18 or 19 damage per swing. We're pretty close to it, so... Yeah, I think this is the same zone, it's just, sample bias. Okay, level 6. 1, 1, 3, 4 outside. No real help there. Next level at 337 XP. Scorpions are good. Warlocks are pretty good. Wolves would be the best, but the sleep hurt's kind of annoying. We could try to just one-shot the Drolls here. We've now been attacked twice in a row, so perhaps it's not 75% hurt more. But even if we do low roll, we still have a chance to survive. Just like that. Okay, level 7. 4, 6, 2, 1, repel. That's... okay. I mean, repel is possibly my favorite spell. Probably the one that I will dedicatedly grind for more than even some other big spells like Hurt More or Heal More. Doesn't necessarily help when we've got 35 max HP and... yeah... we'd be repelling anything we even have a chance to kill. The question really is do we stick around in the zone here? It's decent enough. The wolves are annoying but very lucrative. The warlocks are free. Scorpions are also very good but can run away, as demonstrated. Drolls can be a bit trolly with the Brookmore and their ability to run, and then red slimes are basically worthless. So not the best zone by any means. But but we've already seen a knight just off to the west. We definitely can't take one out unless we crit it. Or it's got, you know, stop spell or something. Blue Dragon further to the southwest. Demon Knights with Dragon Lord Breath. Not great. Gosh, 20 minutes in already does not feel like it. Granted, we did take a good 8 or 9 minutes of setup at the start, but still. Just a little bit of slow going here. About to hit level 8, though. Never know when that big spell, hurt more, heal more, 40 HP, 20 strength, something. It's gonna be right around the corner. We can only hope. 13 power's pretty darn good. 980. And I'm slightly curious what else is over here to the west. And I still think even with the 13 strength, the knight is kinda, well... Can we defeat a knight? We'd probably be 3-shotting it? And he's gonna be 2-shotting. 11's not a good roll. Nice. Full plate, putting in the work. Faster to take a death warp here than go into the castle and heal up. If we can take out knights, that's pretty good. Again, it's going to be slightly contingent on us not low-rolling ourselves into oblivion, and the knight not high-rolling. If we get back attacked, we're in trouble. If we don't go into the fight with max health, we're in trouble. But for... Okay, golems are a little too big. For 78 XP, compared to the, you know, couple dozen we're getting from the enemies to the east, this is definitely the play. In before 100% golem counter, right? Okay. Like 6 or 7 straight encounters in this zone, no golems, and then 4 in a row. 4 in a row? 5 in a row. 4 in a row? The zone still seems profitable. I mean, Knight, Dracoma, Warlock. Five in a row. Unnecessary crit, but I like it. Yeah, that 24 is emblematic of what can happen, plus getting back attacked and failing to run a couple of times. The gold is insignificant, so the death itself is just a time waster. It's not really doing anything else negative for us. Yeah, good stuff. I know, it's a shocker. Diabetes' approach to a seed is to grind early and then go from there. I never would have thought you would take that approach to a seed. It's unprecedented, in fact. It's not like 98% chance of that at all. Level 9. 10318, okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Not if the Knight max rolls. We got hit by both a 12 and a 24 there. That's the full range. And the HP still what's significantly holding us back here. 47 is not much. Oh, the Golem outbreak. Once again. Basically, this zone is 5 or 6 non-golems in a row, 5 or 6 golems in a row, and then a bunch of non-golems. That's kind of bizarre. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I mean, based on what we're seeing, the golem has to be doubled up in this zone, right? At least? Is the Dracula not in this zone? Golem, Knight, Warlock? Maybe the Dracula is to the southwest in Zone 1. I mean, if we get the flute, that's great. Or, like, more than 40 HP. I should have cast heal again. Yeah. Apparently, that's true. It's possible code and data. I did not factor in. It could be the same golem over and over. He's just really, really interested. And here I am, just rebuffing his advances. It's gonna be a dicey one. A couple of 11s, we're lucky we got that kill. No, Dracula is here. Okay. So that would be my oh. The double dodge, double hurt more. Awesome. Apparently the Dracula is more deadly than the Golem. This zone, it has to be 2 golems. It has to be. First off, we've only seen 4 enemies, and second, we've definitely seen more golems than anything else. Triple dodge. Gosh, the grind is really slowed to a halt here. 13, are you kidding? Wow. Again, our average is like 18. To not 3-shot that guy is pretty impressive. Actually, if our minimum is 11, then it's what, 11 to 22 or 23, so like 16 and a half, 17. Still. I might actually have to go somewhere else. Despite the knights, this is just not working. How did this work better, like, 2 levels ago than now when we have more stats? This is nuts. We gained, like, 13 attack power, and it's gotten less likely for us to kill things. Golem has hurt more as well. That's better? I guess for later, technically, it would sort of be better. It's likely to be less strong once we have magic armor or Erdrick's armor than his fist attack. Our golem encounter number is going to be hilarious at the end of this one. It's going to be hilarious too, is we will have like not killed any of them either. And it's impossible for them to be more than 40% of the zone. They are more than 40% of our encounters. That is evident. And that's with full plate and large shield. In fairness, I probably could have and or should have moved out of this zone a while ago. I even said it, I just didn't. It's one of those things where you kind of expect the... I mean, the probabilities to kind of come back to normal at some point. So far, that has not been the case at all. We are over 50% to run from these guys. We have not done so. We are less than, or at most 40% to encounter them. That has not been the case. We are extremely likely to 3-shot knights. We basically didn't do that for like 3 of the last 4 that we encountered. But we'll get level 10 nonetheless, slowly but surely. I mean, again, code and data, we have not seen anything to disprove that theory. 7-0-12-1, well there's the Herkmore. Guess what doesn't really work very well on golems? Herkmore. But that's why we grind it out. That is why we grind it out. Got a cave. We got axe knights. We got wraith knights. This is great. Over 50 HP. We've got the other turn-in cave that we can't do anything with. Dragon Lord Breath. Otherwise, I would just punch you. Another cave. Swamp North. Great opportunity to check the spike. Shocker. Golem. Not on the spike, just in here. But also on the spike, because of course. This is a different zone. Okay. Interesting. 3 options, I guess we'll go to the Plains tiles first. And another fork in the road. That appears to lead to nothing. Can't quite see the edges of those 2 little prominences on the left side of the screen, but they go nowhere. Great. Hey Elmore, how's it going? Long time no see. Thanks for the good luck. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday morning. We're just getting some race time action in here. We are about to get some Death to Werewolf action in here. Nice. our best shot. Go for the one shot, hurt more. Okay, nothing east. Wonderful. It's a bit unfortunate. We certainly could give it a shot. That area around the Jerk Cave did have Axe Knights and Wraith Knights. It's just forest tiles. That's the only downside. The 1 in 16 encounter rate versus 1 in 8 on better rate tiles. Following the edge of the map there, making sure... Oh, actually, I don't think I can get to those, whatever, hill, mountain tiles there west on the screen. 2-5, 37-7. There's our HP finally. Did I just move out of the zone, or is that also in this zone? If it's also in this zone, again, force tiles aren't the best, but this is about as good as it's gonna get. Although with 96 HP now, I mean, we don't have heal more, so if we start running into bigger stuff that we can't hurt more golems, red dragons, etc., it'll be a problem. Yeah, this is the problem. Walk around forever, encounter nothing. Alright, we've got a cave that we can't reach, Sharlock, and a town. Town is coal. I don't really care what's in the shop. Loot. Hey, we've got golems. Alright, we have got another cave. Mountain, 5 chests here. Still need the harp, the token, Erdrick's gear. We know where both turn-ins are. We now know where Sharlock is. I didn't see the entrance, but I strongly suspect that was just a couple tiles north there. My downside to the golems right now is we have pretty decent attack power, but not the best. And we don't have heal more, so really need them to stay asleep. Wings in the top chest, 4 to go. Level 12 first. 5, 13, 1, 2. Well, that's what I said we needed. Wings key, death necklace. And nearly max rolled. So 1 chest left in the mountain cave. That's my fault. I should have either healed or not taken the swing there. Ye olde dodge. Right. Gilmore. We could also sit and grind. We have probably 40% golems in the zone just to the northwest of the castle, so that'll be an easy one. There's also a golem grind on the spike tile in the swamp cave. It's not super close by, but it is there. Worth considering. Okay, we've got Gear and Ham. We actually haven't bought herbs or a dragon scale yet. We also know there is a cave somewhere, I believe, just to the northeast of Garenham, so... Actually, how many keys? 4 left, that's fine. First belt, number 1. Empty, so herb. And curse belt number 2. Already gotten the item out of coal. But at least Hawksness or the Overworld will have something as well. This has to be the grave. I really need to stop attacking these. ridiculous. Probably 75%, based on what we've seen. First belt 3. Okay, all of our search tiles have something. Empty and harp. Okay, I believe... that does it. Actually, we don't... Well, actually, I guess technically we do. Under a slight misconception there for a hot second that what we seek is just on the search tiles. That is not technically true yet. We have 3 things that we need. We need the token and Erdrick's gear, so the sword and the armor. And we've got 2 search tiles left, and we know they will both have something. Wow, double max roll from the blue dragon at 32 each. That is bonkers. For exact damage as well. That's nuts. So we've got bottom 2 of the grave, last chest in the mountain cave, and then our 2 search tiles. So 5 spots. We are guaranteed to find at least 2 things on the search tile, so 1 piece of Erdrick's gear and the token. It's probably in our best interest to seek out those 2 locations first. Although I suppose realistically it kinda doesn't matter. Because as soon as we find 1 thing, we know that we can dip. Plans for a year and a half, still don't know how the logic works, or like how you can deduce there must be Erdrick's equipment on search tile. So, the easiest way, it's a factor of 2 things. 1, the way the randomizer kind of works with some of this stuff, there's roughly an, I think, 80% chance that an item will be located on a search tile versus empty. I mean, that's just more of a general fact. It doesn't really play into this necessarily. However, when a search tile is empty, that means the item has been effectively moved into a chest. Since there are a fixed number of chests in the game, basically something has to be removed from a chest to make space for that key item. And in Randomizer, that is the Cursed Belt. So, in reverse, if you find a Cursed Belt, that means at least 1 item must, because there are 3 Cursed Belts possible. That means there must be at least 1 item on a search tile. If you find 3 Cursed Belts in 3 different chests, that means all 3 search tiles will be active. So something will be on each one. That's the Overworld tile via the coordinates in Cantlin, the search tile a couple of steps south of the Bath and Cole, and the one behind the bike tile in Hawksness. The search tile can have any one of 7 unique items. Those are the 3 quest items, the Stones of Sunlight, Silver Harp, or Erdrick's Token. It can have either of Erdrick's gear, the sword or the armor, or it can have... oh, there's a town right here. Or it can have the Death Necklace or the Fairy Flute, so one of those 7 things. In this case, we've already found the flute, the Death Necklace, the stones, and the harp. So 4 of those are off the list. There's only 3 things left, and there's 2 search tiles that we know are active because we found 3 cursed belts. So one of them is going to be the missing quest item, because the quest item can't be in Sharlock, and the other has to be one of the 2 pieces of Erdrick's equipment. 28 north, 38 left. Yeah, I know, I probably used a little bit too many words for what actually was being explained there, but I think you get the idea. It's just, it's that combination of 2 different sets of information. It's that every empty search tile means that that item is put into a chest, and the chests therefore have 1 fewer cursed belt available. So for every cursed belt you find, you know a search tile is available. And in this case, it's just a process of elimination. We should be able to count those coordinates, but they're likely going to be across the water, so that might be a bit of an annoying count. But they should be on the first continent, I believe. The touch. Of course. We're just looking for Hawksness. And trying to be safe about it, but the Demon Knight is not letting us do that. You'd think I'd learn and just, you know, not attack one. Just run away. 63 agility is not the best, but it certainly should be enough. Okay, we can go south there. And if we do find Hawksness, we're kind of in trouble from a resource standpoint. We do have herbs that we could use to top off if we need to. We've got 1 heal more or a hurt more and a heal in the tank. We're about to pick up level 13. We'll wait on the repel. There was still land up to the east, so I would like to try to explore that. Okay, level 13. 2404. Ugh. Got a lot of those levels in this one. A lot of meh. But several really, really good levels early on. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. we had like 4 double-digit strength gains in the first 5 or 6 levels, and then it just flattened out real quick. That Swamp South down there. It looks like this does open up. This is likely to be pretty close to the northeast corner of the map, and possibly, definitely, Hawksness, because it's the last location left. Good, good, good. Good resource management on that one, aside from the Demon Knights. Token. Because of where the coordinates are, I think we're gonna go there first. Alright, that's the sword. Good deal. Oops. But I went this way because this is going to lead us over toward the grave. And I feel like I'm kind of locked into checking for the armor, because you never really want to approach Charlock armorless thinking that the armor is there. Especially if there's outstanding checks elsewhere. The other thing is that the Jerk Cave is to the north of the castle, which is also the direction of Charlock, and the Mountain Cave, which could be our kind of terminal check. So it makes more sense to go this way first. Down to 2 keys. Got to keep that in mind. Although realistically we shouldn't need to use any more than just the one here in Grave. Let's be smart and not attack the Demon Knight. Granted, with Erdrick's sword, we're much more likely to one-shot it, but still. That dodge chance is just a little too much, especially without Erdrick's armor. Garbo. Herb in chest number 4. Vanilla harp chest is the torch. We already had one. Are there any enemies in here that can kill me? Probably not. I know the Demon Knight can. Going for a gold grind at this point, do I think it's, you know, required? No, but I do really enjoy having the silver shield. Really? There we go. I was gonna say, it's like, really? This is the one that doesn't know Dragonlord Breath? Oh, that was my last key. I mean, Rumulder's just to the west, but that's fine. And likely we will need that last key. 1 in 8 chance that the armor is in the 5th chest in the mountain cave. If it is, I really should have had that much earlier. Otherwise, it is in Sharlock. Technically, we should only need 1 key. I'll probably grab at least a few. Always do. It's good to have them in reserve just in case something weird happens. Again, options abound here. We have Swamp Cave with the Golem on the Spike Tile. We've got this zone just to the northwest of Tanthagil, which is much, much closer. That appears to be 40% Golems. It's also got Knights here, which are either good, hurt more targets, or we could probably just swing them down in 2 swings now, pretty reliably. Save on the MP. We've got the Flute for the Golems. The other 2 enemies were repelling away. The alternative would be to dive Sharlock now, looking for the armor. Assuming we, go into the mountain cave and double-check that it's not there. MP is pretty low. That's probably the one thing that's leading me to not do that. In general, I'm also a fan of doing a single dive for armor and win, if possible. It does require you to perhaps grind up a little bit extra to make sure that you have the resources necessary to burn a heal more or two on the top floor. Since you don't have heal walking and you don't have immunity to the barrier tiles. So it's kind of situational. In this case, we have a really good attack. I mean, not really, really good attack power, but 120 is definitely reasonable. We're doing the golem grind here. It all comes back full circle, right where we were almost an hour ago. Walking around, but instead of running from all the golems, we are looting and punching. Whether this or the spike tile is better in terms of time probably just depends on how far we have to go grind-wise. If we're ready to go at 14, it probably didn't matter. If we've got to go to like level 20 or something and we need multiple refills, you know, this might be better. 1, 10, 3, 5, But anything in between probably benefits the spike tile. It do seem that way, don't it? It do seem that way. Although in this case, I am fine with it. Most of the time, it's an annoyance. And you hate it, because it's like, really? More encounters? Are you kidding me? And especially something like the golem, but right now, the fewer steps we have to take in between, the better. This is great. I mean, when we put him to sleep and he stays asleep for one turn and then wakes up, so it's just a waste of time, that's less good, but still. Who doesn't like when, like, 8 minutes of the seed is simply listening to the flute ditty over and over again? I'm thinking about this now, I probably shouldn't overgrind too much before checking Mountain Cave. Because if we get to stats that are winnable, assuming we don't have to spend a bunch of MP and such on the walk down, if the armor's there, then we're good to go. If it's not, then we will likely continue to grind. So it might be a situation where we'll just continue to grind here. If we get borderline stats, then we go and check. Cole is also fairly close to that, so we'll be able to heal up and go if we want to. Or I think we just learned Return, so we should be able to do that. Maybe. I don't want to see the thing that I should have had like 40 minutes ago, because I was dumb and attacked a Demon Knight when I had less than 72 HP, and I know that he had Dragonlord Breath. I think for sure, if we get borderline go stats, that would be good with... Ooh, 3, 0, 23, 6. It's not Death Necklace safe yet, so even that's still not enough. But if we get borderline stats that would be good to go with the armor, but not good enough to go without it, I think that's the time we go and check. Ideally, we'll go right from it's not enough regardless to we have enough in either case. Ideally. But yeah, the one theoretical benefit of a walking grind as opposed to the spike tile grind would be, you know, walking in between battles and saving on MP or something, but, I mean, without Erdrick's Armor, we're not getting that benefit, so... I mean, theoretically, we could be, you know, fighting a couple of knights in between here, but that would be about it. Although, I think with Repel on, I'm probably repelling them at this point with the Silver Shield. That's why we're not seeing them. And if we leave it off, the Drakima and Warlock aren't worth enough to keep them around. I know, right? It's a shocking turn of events and a revelation that no one could possibly have predicted. Not even me, earlier in the seed, when I said exactly the same thing. Diabetes going for the grind? No. Say it ain't so. Yeah, right now we're looking, I believe, 124 attack power. 123 HP does leave room for doubles. But at 124, 6 to 12, even with Fairy Water, that does narrow the gap a little bit for a handful of swings. Actually, I think we have the... I'm not counting the... We did find the Fighter's Ring. The Fighter's Ring was in, Stone's Cave. Nice crit. That's 126, right? Yeah, 126. 6 to 13 doesn't really change the math that much, but we're looking at like 17 attacks to win. With Fairy Water, it's probably closer to 15. Only 9 heal mores with 73 MP is not going to get that done, even with double attacks. That's a lot of what the end game kind of ends up being. Doing the math and trying to figure out your probabilities and what your best courses of action are. When to go, when to stay. Which grind is superior. Whether to waste time setting up for Fairy Waters, whether to just go. Nah. It's not really unlucky, but would have been nice to get that kill. We only needed one more swing. At this point, with this set of stats, it's actually probably more likely, unless we get both a semi-decent strength gain and enough HP for Death Necklace, potentially and some MP. We probably need at least 1 to 2 more heal mores for that to be the case. It's likely that we're going to be in the borderline stat range. We're not going to skip right over. Although, again, if we get a, a 15 MP level, and, 8 HP, it's like, well, there you go. Nice unnecessary crit. For level 16. Okay, I guess we're ready to go. Casual 32 MP. Dang it, I keep going up there. It's not up there. West first. And we really probably could just easily take another level. The golems are so easy. Let's get our drop first, because that's, required. $127 max HP. Takes us, what, to 95? 96. That would be a little dicey. I mean, we would have plenty of leftover MP. There's Cole. Or we leave the Death Necklace off and we just go for double attacks. I don't think the Fairy Waters are necessary. They would definitely make the fight slightly, safer, question mark. But it takes time to get those. Because we have to dump the inventory as well. Plus we had to do our turn-in first, otherwise we'd be missing out on 2 inventory slots. There's just a lot of back and forth in that. Don't think it's necessarily needed. It was gold, it was not the armor. Armor in Charlotte confirmed. And do the quick walk up here. The entrance is there, right? Okay. Because it kind of had to be. There's nowhere else to go. We were full on herbs, right? Yeah, we're good on herbs. Again, ideal situation, we single dive this. It may depend on what enemies are here as we take one step in, and red dragons have Dragonlord Breath. Alright, double dive it is. Took us 2 steps to figure that out. I mean, theoretically, it is still possible for us to single dive this, so it potentially is worth continuing to do that. We just have to get really good luck with running from reds and or not encountering them. 82 agility, I think, is what we have. So just slightly less than a coin flip each time. Into a lot of them on this top zone. Fortunately, we got pretty good luck with getting away. Only 1 run fail. Diamond floor. Probably shouldn't have used that initial heal more. I think it was kind of like the knee-jerk response to that. Heal mores. It's definitely still doable. Werewolf's defense broken even without Erdrick's armor. Granted, only this 4 defense points difference, but still. Counter 8. If I used Repel, I would lose a heal more. There's the armor. Let's see if we can find an herb or a fairy water. There's a fairy water. What was that code and data? You want to say that a little louder? I mean, it's definitely still doable, but we're starting to run ourselves a little thin here. Attack power. The fairy water doesn't really do anything for us. 7 to 15 versus 9 to 16. It's like 1.5 extra damage over the course of the whole fight. It really is going to depend on the number of doubles. The alternate is to go ahead and throw the death necklace on, go down to 95 HP. And just play for no 48s. Goodness, the encounter rate. And the run fails. That's the last herb. 2 steps, another encounter. You're right, though. Prior to the last, like, 50 steps, it was pretty good. Unfortunately, we don't have the MP to spare here. I hate it, but I think I have to try to walking regen here. Okay. Death necklace, yes or no? Let's attack once or twice and see what happens. Hurt more, of course. Go for it. I don't think with 10 heal moves we're gonna get like 3 to 4 doubles out of it. That's about what it would need to be equal. I don't think we need 3 or 4 doubles to win the fight, but I think that we would have gained roughly that. Opening with 10. That's the minimum. Good start. Of course. 28. $40. $60. $72. $84. $94. Jeez, 107. Average would be 120. $121. $136. $150. $165 on the number. Clears the range, kills the Dragonlord with 3 HP. And 1 MP to spare. Good stuff. We rolled awfully in that fight. Our range was 10 to 20, and we had like 2 rolls above average. We rolled so bad. I was, what, 107 when I said my average was 120, and then I rolled like a 14. That was below average. Like another 10 or 11 or something. It's like, man. But we got her done. Let's go. The old single dive. I wasted heal more on the first floor, 2 steps into a red dragon with Dragonlord Breath. 5 or 6 run Fail Armored Knight in the Sherlock Treasury that burned another heal more. 70 steps plus of walking regen in front of the Dragon Lord, because that's a good idea. But it all worked out. It worked out indeed. That's a first place finish, 1:34.10 officially. Remember, we had a little bit of a controller issue at the very start, so we gave up about 10 seconds. There you go. Thanks for the GGs, Code and Data, DK, Fatboy, Silly Dabbit, Elmore. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, that's pretty much right down to the number. Again, it's debatable whether or not the approach was to go for the Death Necklace or play for double attacks or whatever. And I miscalculated. It was actually 95 HP, not 90, or sorry, 96 HP, not 95. We did take one attack, or make one attack at 90, or 48 rather. So that was a risky one, but he could physical attack for less than 48. 47 was the max, so slightly less dangerous to do so, although still a 6.25% chance that we die there. Let the credits roll out here. We'll take a look at the stats, and then we'll take a look at the map as soon as I redraw it. Some Ninja Gaiden tunes, always good. Oh, I missed the Golem number. We'll check that in a second, because that's an important one. We probably had at least 40 to 50 Golems. 22 deaths is way too many. Only 5 crits and 229 attacks. That is definitely below our 3% roughly average. 32 bonks, keeping that number nice and low. I like it. 22 red slime encounters. $50 golems. 50 golems. We killed 16 of them. That is pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. Alright, give me just a second to wrap up the map here, and then we will take a look. Angirl coming in with the bit grind. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Donating 100 bits to the cause. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much. Let's transition things over before we get some more crunchy audio, just because of a little bit of emulator lag with like 3 more programs running in the background here. So we'll go ahead and get some chiptune action going. Close this down and transition in. Slight light glare. I mean, it's weird, right? Normally we don't have sunlight on this stream, but we do today. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, I don't think. But thanks for stopping by, Angrel, as well. Hopefully you're having a good one. Yes, we just finished this one up. 1:34:10 officially. We did take first place, so we will take a look at our map here. So we've got Tanthagil Castle, pretty far down in the south-central portion of the map. We started this one off with 6 strength, 12 agility, 23 HP, no spells, no MP. We had gold and a torch, I believe, in the throne room. So we did have that to start off with. We did take a quick look around. We went just up to the north first and didn't see anything immediately. We did try to look for a town first. We only had 533 gold, so we didn't have enough for a hand axe, but, you know, we did want to take a look around with only 6 strength. We found the staff cave up to the northeast, and then a dead end there. We found, what was it, a knight just a few steps northwest of the castle, so we knew that the castle must be in the very northwest corner of its home zone. So we kept that in mind. There was a very narrow path of grassland between a couple of areas of swamp. We took that over south and to the west, and we found the twin cities of Breckenary and Remulder. Breckenary had some decent equipment for us. Nothing that we could afford, unfortunately. Broadsword and all 3 shields. They did have chainmail, I believe, so we could have factored that in. But we did see Remulder another town next door turned out to be Remulder. They did have copper sword, broadsword, chainmail, half plate, full plate, so lots of good stuff. We opted to buy keys and check the treasury first. And we were able to find 3 gold chests and the Stones of Sunlight in Tanthagil's treasury, so that allowed us to A, pick up the quest item, and B, do a couple rounds through there, refill up on keys, and buy all the best things that we could afford in a reasonable sense. We didn't need the silver shield yet, but broadsword, full plate, large shield got us started. And from there, we mostly kind of walked up into the desert up here to the northwest, which was basically Zone 2. We fought wolves. Unfortunately, Sleep and Hurt was a bit on the annoying side. We had warlocks, we had Dracula, we had scorpions. Red slimes were the only real zonk in that zone. It was a little bit difficult. We picked up quite a bit of strength at the early levels. 10 at 2, 10 at 3, 18 at 5, 13 at 8. So that things were running away. That prompted us to look for another zone. We did know that the knights were over here just to the northwest, and we said, you know, with the broadsword and quite a bit of attack power, we might be able to take some of those out. And indeed we could. The problem was, as is often the case in these types of seeds, HP was lagging way behind. So 40 HP or so means that the knight, even with the full plate large shield, could still 2-shot us. If it got the back attack, we basically can't take it out. And while we had pretty good odds to 3-shot it most of the time, there were at least still some decent odds that we would not and would most likely get taken out. The bigger problem in that zone, problem at the time, turned out to be a boon later on, was that from what we saw, it's very, very likely that this zone was 2 golems, then the knight, Dracula, and warlock. So we just ran into way, way, way too many golems. And I probably should have pivoted out of that zone earlier, but the knights were so good, and the other 2 enemies were okay enough that it seemed like it was worthwhile to stay. And I think it was level 10 that we picked up Hurtmore, so that's what really prompted us to dip and explore. We had seen blue dragons down to the southwest. We knew those were non-starter, and we saw a good spot and we stuck with it. Up to the northwest, we found the Jerk Cave, and in that area, we also found a zone that had Wraith Knights, Axe Knights, and Werewolves. A couple decent Hurtmore enemies in there, unfortunately only forest tiles. So we tried to do that for a little bit, but after we went like 40 or 50 steps with no encounters, we just decided to leave and move on. Up to the northeast, we found Swamp North. Golem on the spike tile, shocker. Along with golems in the in the swamp cave, another shocker. Went across, found a bunch of dead ends. We found the town of Cantlin off just to the west. But we didn't find, actually I take it back, we didn't find Cantlin yet. We went here, we went south, we found some dead ends and didn't find anything on the second continent. I think we died to like a Demon Knight or something with Dragonlord Breath. So after that, again, we kind of kept going up to the north. We found, we passed Swamp Cave this time, looped around and saw the Stones Cave just south of Charlock with the town of Cole. Cole on their search tile had, what did Cole have? Why can't I not remember now? Flute? Yes, Cole had the flute. That's right. Because we then said that we could probably start grinding the golems. We didn't right away, but we could have. And then just to the east of that, we found the mountain cave. Unfortunately, we got a little complacent in the mountain cave. We found the death necklace in there, but we only got 4 of the chests before I took a death to a Demon Knight because I probably shouldn't have attacked it. And I only had like 68 HP, and he had Dragonlord Breath, and we didn't have the armor, and then we were dead. So we did have to backtrack for that chest much later on. After that, we did know that this other cave existed out here, so we decided to explore to the west. We went all the way up and around, and we found Garenham with the grave in the back. We knew Stone's Cave was up there. In the top of the grave, we did find our silver harp. I did dip out immediately because we'd also found 2 cursed belts and the back of Garenham plus 1 at the top of the grave, thinking, okay, 2 more search tiles left, that must be active. I should be good to go to check those only, but I miscounted. Sword, armor, token. 3 things that we needed. So we did end up having to go back there and check, but we just didn't do that right then and there. So we dipped out, and we decided it was time to go exploring. Well, first off, we took a look at the Stones Cave, which we saw was right next door. That had the Fighter's Ring, so good for 2 attack power. Turned out to be kind of important the way this one went. And then we just kind of continued exploration, looking for the things that we were missing. So we finished up exploration on the first continent, and then went to the second continent where we found Cantlin just to the west, coordinates of 28 north, 38 west, which we knew were going to be on the first continent, probably on the western half of it. And then we found the town of Hawksness with just enough resources left that we were able to take out the Armored Knight there and find the token. Now with 1 chest in the mountain cave, 2 chests in the grave, and the coordinates which were right here, which we didn't know exactly, but we were fairly certain we knew at least ballpark where they were. We decided to go this way first, that way we could pick up our coordinates, whether it was the sword or the armor, and then do the 2 chests in the grave. That way, if we decided we were going to go the other way, we could, you know, either grind in Swamp Cave on the Golem, or go check Mountain Cave, and everything was going to be right here, plus we had to pass the Jerk Cave on the way to our Rainbow Drop turn-in. So we did that. Grave didn't have anything for us. We did eventually check out the Mountain Cave. That didn't have it either. Instead of going for the Golem spike tile, we stayed in this zone just to the northwest of the castle, just because it was such a fast refill if we needed it. A couple of knights mixed in there as well. But with those high encounter rate tiles, it worked out pretty decently well for us. I think that the spike tile probably would have been slightly faster, but it is what it is. We did the grind up. We weren't sure if we were going to be in dive, armor, win, or it was going to be a double dive situation, but the 32 MP at level 16 pretty much decided that outright. We got a little lucky. We found red dragons with Dragonlord Breath in the top zone. We probably ran into like 6 of them, and I think we first try ran from all but the first one, which is very fortunate. 82 agility is 40 something-ish percent, 45-ish percent chance to run. So we won a lot of coin flips. Bad thing is that we burned 2 heal mores on the top floor because we also had to deal with the barrier tiles. And right after we picked up the armor, we ran into an armored knight that blocked us like 5 times and burned another heal more. So we were actually down to just 10, which put us very borderline. We did decide to go with the death necklace to put us down to 96 max HP. We only had to take 1 risky swing at 48. It worked out for us. We won on our very last swing at 3 HP, 1 MP, after a series of miserable rolls, probably about, let's see, what would the average be there? I think 180 would have been our average damage for the number of swings that we did, and we did 165, so we were Pretty below average. We had one swing of 20, and I think maybe one swing of 18. All the rest were at or below average. But it worked out. We'll take the win on that one. Good stuff. Gotcha, Red Mage Knight. Just kind of catching up on the chat stuff right now. Angro, you should definitely try it out sometime. I know it can be a little bit on the annoying side. You know, it's one of those things where standard flags is standard for a reason, but that doesn't mean that you can't potentially give, you know, look to some of the other stuff as well. Quote-unquote easy standard, where you crank that XP requirement down to 50%. Maybe you shrink the map size a bit. Permatorch enable. It can make things go a little bit faster and be a little bit less trolly or annoying. But yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. It's definitely something. Before I played for the first time, I probably had watched like 50, 60 plus seeds easily. Probably a lot more than that, actually. I think I had watched Nestcard play for at least a good 6 months before I even downloaded the randomizer myself, back when it wasn't web-based. So actually, I probably had watched like well over 100 seeds at that point, realistically. But yeah, it's good stuff.